Alright, and hey there, Prox Gaming Crew, and this is Proxify here, and we are back for some more of the Twilight Princess HD Let's Play. And if you guys do go and see right now, we have just went and returned all the way back on over here to the Temple of Time, because we have missed out on two different things here. Of course, there is one that is going to have to be with the small Poe that we have to go and battle out with, just so that we can finally get that 20 postal that we do need. And I want to say that right here, right now, we got 20 postals, so now we can go and head on over back to that guy who is all made out of gold, and we can finally make sure that he gets back to his hopefully at least somewhat of his regular form. Now, I just went and found out that I was actually mistaken. We don't actually get ourselves with the heart piece that is happening with our way. I believe that instead of us not getting a heart piece, we're going to be picking up with some sort of other bottle, I believe, that's going to have like some sort of specialty thing that's going to happen within there. And we'll get on into more of that when the time actually does happen. But now, since we are finished within our way of the Temple of Time, and since we went about out with Armagoma, now what is going to happen here is that we have to get ourselves all planned out on getting ourselves ready into where the hidden village is going to be. But before that we can even go and do anything within the hidden village, well, we have to go and head back over here to Renado, and he's going to give us a letter so that we can go and pass it over to Telma, which then Telma's going to have to go and give us some sort of other type of thing that's going to help us go in and get ourselves activated into the time of meeting up with the witch doctor guy, because he should at least hopefully at least somewhat help out with the Ilya and all that other stuff that's going to be happening. Now, apparently there is supposed to be some sort of wooden statue that we're supposed to go and look for, but I don't think we're going to even worry about that, not until like the next episode anyways, because for that type of time, we have to wait until it goes at like around into the nighttime area, around within one part of the outside part of Castletown, and then that's when we can go and meet up with those said dog creatures that I think we've seen like a little bit here and there throughout our way, but this time there should be like some dog enemies that should be able to go and show up from there, and then we can go and battle out with those skeletal dogs and all that stuff that's gonna happen from there. But for right now, we're here on over, reaching back on over to Shad here. Now it seems like for whatever reason, there's one of those special statues right there. Now again, we don't really have the Dominion Rod actually working up at this point in time, so we're gonna have to kind of unfortunately kind of back away from that for now until we actually go and decide that we do need to go and get the magic power for the Dominion Rod to then head back over to there. But now we're over back our way in Castletown right now, just before reaching off into our time of Telma and also meeting up with that said witch doctor. And we're going to have to go and pick up with the actual 2,000 rupees that we now do have within our wallet finally activated. So that's really nice, so happy about with that. And yeah, so here we are back over to where this dude is, where he's all covered in gold at this point in time. So let's go and finally make sure that he's back to at least somewhat into normalcy out here. But unfortunately, he got his I guess his soul somewhat back into his body, but again, he's still covered in gold at this point. And that's where I'm going to have to say is that he will actually then have to go and have to now let you know that there is going to be more postals to be found, but he will actually give you something pretty handy right there, and that's going to be known as the Ghost Lantern, I believe, and that will actually be something very helpful to guide yourself into where finding all the other different postals are going to be, and it'll kind of be somewhat of like a little tracker type of finder thing, kind of like how we had that before in Okami in a way, back when we went and did that series, where we were able to go and like do like different tracking of different locations and other things of that type of nature here. But now we are back over at Telma's place, and we'll have to go and pass alongside this letter, and now she'll be able to go and give us the next thing that we do need. Now, while you are inside the actual witch doctor's place, there is going to be like a scent thing that you can actually go and pick up for Wolf Link, and that will actually switch between from having the reek fish scent that we've been using since our way of the Snow Peak ruins to now getting this type of other scent, which this is going to be helping us out a little bit later. And what you're going to have to go and do is that there is going to be like a block somewhere, and you're going to have to move this type of block within the area, and that's where you'll be able to find it. So here's this dude right now, and let's go and pass alongside this invoice here to him. Now, I don't know if I already went and said this before, but within these two videos for today, not only are we just doing out here with Twilight Princess, but we are moving on into some more of what Yokai Watch 3 is going to be. Hope you guys do go and check it on that, because that is the second last episode of Yokai Watch 3 that we're going to have to go and do, because in the next one, there's not really too many other missions that we're going to do, because after that, we are all said and done. No more other different type of Yokai Watch series is going to happen for the time being. Not until like I want to decide to do Yokai Watch 2, which that'll be more so for live streaming purposes, but we'll see what happens there. Now you guys can go and let me know on what type of Yokai Watch 2 game that you guys want me to play through. If you guys want me to play through Bonely Souls or Fleshly Spirits, or even go through Psychic Spectres, which I think you guys may probably want me to go through Psychic Spectres, because that was a really cool one. Alright, so here we are. Since we already now do have 1,000 rupees at this point in time, why not go and head back over here to Kakariko Village one more time and actually meet up with this dude, because he's going to be wanting to build up the bridge, and this type of bridge right here is going to be something that is going to help us out, because later on we are going to have to use some sort of barrel that will have to help out with the Gorons that are going to happen a little bit later, so that by the time that we have this hot spring water, we should at least be able to access to another spot at least at some point later on throughout here. But for right now, I think we are going to end off with the episode for today. So thank you guys so much for watching Twilight Princess HD. And of course, we'll be doing this again for another way out here. So I'll see you guys in the next one. And of course, peace.